whoever put these
Right.
together. But
Right.
what's amazing, again, like I said, like the inspiration to see how it all works in with each of the themes. So with each month, um, there is a tribe that is related to it, a letter
Mm-hmm.
that is related to it, a sense. So a sense is, so we think of our five senses like taste, touch, hearing, smell, but they consider it kind of anything that the body can do. So walking is one, anger
Okay.
is one, sleep is one.
Okay.
In that's kind of goes with some of the regular. So they also do have smell, hear, see also. But it expands obviously more than five because we have 12 months to cover.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's also the
I'm gonna write stuff
constellation
down
that's,
while you're talking
yeah,
because I think it's interesting. So,
there's constellations in the sky during that month, and usually it wherever the sun is setting or sun is setting and the moon is setting right behind it when you go out to spot the new moon, if that's how you do it. If you use the Sky View app, you can usually tell like what month, or what constellation is there because it'll be on the horizon with it. And so there's also a gate that is associated with it, which I have only seen that in one book. I'm going to give you another reference. This is part of a 3-part book called Healing in the Hebrew Months. It's 3 different authors, and they each kind of focus on certain aspects. So this one kind of does a prophetic strategies hidden in tribes, constellations, gates, and um, the gemstones that are in the ephod.
oh,
She kind of goes into that a little bit. And the other one goes into different aspects like the music, letter, and frequency. It's all about kind of natural healing, all of them. And some of them, and the other one is about like emotional healing through the Hebrew
okay.
months. So in the book that I just showed, she's the one who brought out the gates, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. I haven't seen that yet. And so kind of began to study each of those, and they come out of Nehemiah. And so if you go through Nehemiah, begin to read, just uh, again, I don't know where she got it. I don't even, I've looked and I don't see her reference where she got that information, or if it came from her, if someone had done it before, but she just kind of went, the very first gate that's mentioned is with the first month. And the
Okay.
second gate that's mentioned is with the second month. So that's how it's done in the book. But again, the inspiration behind it, and when you see it all connect, and you'll see that when we talk about the month that we're going to talk about today, you'll see how it all just kind of flows. But there's also an organ that goes with it, which
Oh, okay.
again, to me, this was outside of my realm of knowledge, that there's an organ that goes with each month. And if you're someone who really studies like natural health, if you follow like Dr. Monzo or some other people who are really into how our body works, we know that our emotions are hidden in different organs, right? If
Mm-hmm.
we're stressed out, we might get ulcers, tension headaches, things like
Mm-hmm.
that. So we know that there's emotions that are tied to those organs. So even in the months, if you're dealing with kidney issues, that might be just something to be aware of. Liver issues with anger and things like that. Um, those
Right.
might be things that you might be aware of during a certain month.
Mm-hmm.
And also a time of day. So there's people out there who know way more than that, and so I've had people who have taught me, you know, a lot more about that. So where it doesn't seem so, I just don't understand how an organ goes with it. But now I
Right.
begin to see, that mind, body, um, the soul, spirit, and body aspect
Mm-hmm.
of it all working together. And then lastly is the medotes, which are characteristics.